Why, hello there. So I have this skirt, but it shrunk and now it's shorter. I tried adding pockets to it to make myself like it more, etc, etc. Long story short, this skirt has lived her life and now we're gonna cut her up. Probably thrifted this skirt in like 2018 on Depop. It was a perfect maxi skirt length and, well, I'll just show you. I don't even know how I shrunk it, but now it's kind of like a very awkward length. And I also don't like that it's like a sort of mermaid shape, so it's fitted at the hips and then flares out. And before it was very much just a straight maxi skirt that I could wear with anything. And now I feel like it's not casual enough and it's just not giving what it needs to give. The shape especially, where it's like, bloop, bloop, is really bothering me. So we're going to thrift flip it into a shirred top. That's the inspo. To be fair, it's not horrible, but it's just not sparking joy. So I figured we might as well turn it into something new and a top, sort of type of top that I've been wanting. But I don't want to buy it new when I have fabric to work with. So I think the first thing we want to do is go through our inspo for this thrift flip. So what first caught my eye was this pattern from Viola Fiona is her @ on Instagram. And it's the sort of like completely shirred dress with a high neck and a tiny ruffle at the bottom, but it's shirred like all the way down. By the way, I feel like we should define shirring. It's basically when you sew fabric with elastic thread. So not using pieces of elastic, but rather the sewing thread that you put in the machine is elastic and you have to stretch the fabric while you sew. And as you sew, it'll bunch up and then you have a nice shirred texture. It's really cute, and I had a dress when I was a kid that I loved. And I think I wore it for years and years because it could stretch until my mom was like, you can't wear that dress anymore. But I think I wore it like maybe between like 6 and 10, which is like kind of a big gap of how much you grow in that time. And ever since then, I just love a little shirred texture. I find it comfortable, I find it cute, and I think it's kind of edgy if you do the right cut. Or it can be really feminine if you have like ruffles and ribbons in different places. Stitches _by _Sina did a very similar dress, except the skirt isn't shirred. She has more of like a lettuce hem at the top. I don't really like to add a lot of bulk at the top of the neckline for myself because I have a larger bust. So I kind of prefer like a lower neckline and like straight or boat neck or sweetheart necklines. I mean, I say that, that's just like my ideal, but obviously I have clothes that are high neck, especially in black. I like the look of that. And then also stitches _by _Sina. She did a tutorial on this all rectangle top. The top itself is a rectangle, it's completely shirred, and then the two straps, I think it looks like they just have one line of stitching of elastic, so they're not completely shirred, but they kind of bunch up a little bit, and that probably adds a bit more security to your straps not falling down, which I think is really cute. However, again, I'm not big on ruffles, and I think I just want the straps to just be rectangles. So typically for shirring, what people recommend is that you have 2 times the amount of fabric that you would normally want because it's going to bunch together. So if you did the exact amount of fabric to fit on your bust, for example, and then you add the elastic thread, when you wear it, it's just going to look like this with elastic that's completely stretched out. You still want that texture, so that's why you want 2 times the amount of fabric. Does that make sense? I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory, but it's something to keep in mind. If you want to shirr something, it kind of has to be something oversized or work from scratch with some fabric, whether it's thrifted or not. I can wrap this around myself almost once, and then this is actually double because again, it's a skirt. So for me, the largest part of my torso is my bust, which is typically going to be the case. So I think I'm actually going to use the widest part of the skirt, the bottom, as the top of the top. And I might just, well actually I think I'm 100% going to do this. I'm just going to shirr in a circle for ages, and then hopefully I'll just have a top at the end. Do you like this? Very precise measurements. I'm just adding a pin to mark it. And yeah, let's get cutting. Was I holding it the wrong way when I pinned it? Oh my gosh. I pinned it here as like this is gonna be the bottom. I was holding it upside down. Well, I was holding it right side up, but I'm using the skirt upside down. That's annoying. All right, let's do this again. Okay, so this isn't going to be very precise, but I basically folded it a little bit after where the pin is, and that's where I'm going to cut it with my scissors. Whew. I feel like I made it a little bit too short, but whatever, that will actually fit better with the pants that I have. Me trying to make myself feel okay about this, but I think we're pretty good. And all that's left to do is shirr this and then make straps. Okay, probably the worst part of shirring fabric is that you need to hand wind your bobbin for your sewing machine. And let's remind ourselves how to even do this. Empty bobbin and this. Silly me, I forgot that I probably want the top thread to be black as well. I didn't realize until I started sewing, so we've done like a few centimeters. Okay, before I go for my break, I just want to show you. I've done 2 rounds of shirring and the bobbin ran out. But it's looking pretty good. Like this already, obviously I wouldn't wear it like this. This is already cute. So just imagine this whole thing is going to be shirred and like nice and textured and frilly. And the top part will definitely be a little bit ruffly. So I'm excited, but it's 3:20. I think I should get back to real work at a cafe so I'm not distracted by the sewing machine. Come back, rewind the bobbin, and get back to sewing, but I'll update you next time. A little sewing update. I am about to jump on a call. I randomly have a call at 7 p.m. because it's with someone from the US. Basically, the sewing is taking ages, but that's okay. And I think I have a pretty chill day with work tomorrow because everyone is off aside from me. I can definitely finish it by tomorrow afternoon. Takes a long time though. And I've had to refill the bobbin twice. But yeah, okay, that's my update for the night. And I'll get back to you tomorrow. I'm a little bit annoyed because the bust part is like completely stretched out, which I guess I should have expected. So I'm wearing sweatpants, lol. But it's not completely stretched out. There's still a little bit of texture, but definitely in the back we have that really nice shirring texture. I will say, even as a lazy sewist, whatever you want to say, I would recommend marking the lines that you're going to do the shirring on, because I'm definitely doing super lopsided lines, but I can't tell at all because the print is polka dot, the bobbin thread is black, the fabric is black, and the top thread is black. So that is the perfect storm for not sewing straight lines. Again, it doesn't make a big difference for shirring because of how much texture you're adding, but my brain is like, you're not going in straight lines, and that's very annoying. Also, if you're working with a light colored fabric, you'd be able to tell. You'd be able to tell a bit more. It depends how much gathering you're doing. But that's just like my tip from doing this. Literally, like probably doing that thick of a piece all the way around takes like 20 minutes. Ah. Good morning! I have an exciting update. Let me grab the project. So the bobbin ran out again at this point, and I was like, let me just try it on because the bobbin ran out, so I have to detach it from the machine anyways. I tried it on. The plan was originally to do the shirring all the way down, but I actually really liked it like this, and I think it works well on me because I have bigger hips, and I think the completely shirred look would look better if you had more of like a straight figure. Obviously you can wear whatever the hell you want, I really don't care, but I actually really liked it like that. I was surprised that I got this far, honestly. I thought when I tried it on that this part would be like higher, like up to my waist, and that I'd have to keep going. Since the bobbin did run out, I'm going to finish the line that I was doing, the round basically. I did add a stitch marker where the bobbin ran out so I know where to start sewing again. And I also added a pin where each round like ends and begins. And that way when I'm sewing, I would know like, okay, I'm almost finally done with this round because it was a bit tiring, to be honest. But yeah, so I'm really excited about this. And I don't know how long this video is going to be, but there's a chance that I work on 1 or 2 more projects in this video. We'll see when I'm editing, but yeah. Also, isn't it so cute that I have like my matcha, my sage green sewing machine? I love it. We are detaching the top from the machine. Yee! I'm so happy. And I'm so excited to show you too. Oh, what am I trying to do? Update! I wish I had better lighting. Tell me what you think I should do for the straps. I'm thinking either it's gonna be the same fabric because I have some left over. I'm thinking either just like literally a rectangle, or I can do one line of shirring down the middle of the rectangle, and that'll add sort of like a frilliness to the straps. I think I'm just gonna start with doing the straps and then attaching them and then seeing if I want to shirr them. I don't know, we'll see. This is my very unprofessional way of trying to measure straps. I'm gonna say 15 inches. The tighter the better, honestly. I think that'll be fine. This is the first time we'll actually be doing any measuring in this thrift flip, so that's pretty nice. Not a very measuring heavy project by any means. I don't want to because it's such a hassle, but I think I'm gonna have to take out the elastic on the waistband too, so let's do that. I'm actually just gonna cut the elastic out because it's not like I'm really trying to save this fabric, so if we have to lose some to my laziness of not wanting to seam rip the whole waistband, then that's fine. We'll live. Oh, it's not that complicated. You should stay in. Turn loving into hating. I won't give up about you. Won't give up about you. I was on the second strap and I sewed it. I started turning the strap. As I'm turning it, I realized that I sewed on the wrong side. So when I turn it, it's on the wrong side of the fabric. So I unturned it and now I have to seam rip the whole thing. And the thing with seam ripping this fabric is it's very delicate. So it's like not fun to seam rip. This is the final product and I'm very happy with it. It's so cute. We have the little peplum at the bottom, ruffles at the top, and then I think I'm happy with the flat straps instead of making them ruffly, but I might add like a few stitches of shirring just so that, like, I already made them too long and then I took them in, so if I add some shirring that will just make it like more secure. I don't feel like they're falling down. I think I definitely could have saved a lot of time if I had just not shirred the bust at all because it's gonna stretch out completely anyways. But you know, if my size changes, then this can like stick with me for a very long time. And I think it's really cute, and I'll definitely get more wear out of this than the skirt that did not make me feel confident at all. Bonus content. I have this not quite maxi skirt that I thrifted in Madrid. It's too long. Do you know what I mean? It's giving very much grandma length. Like, it's not long enough to be a maxi, and it's too fitted to be a midi, so it's kind of giving secretary, grandma, I don't really know. So I'm gonna make it shorter. So that's not gonna be that interesting of a thrift flip, but I'm thinking like past the fingertips. Dress code style. I like this length so much more. I'll show you. It was a bit of a struggle hemming it, I'm not gonna lie, and I don't entirely believe that the hem is very sturdy, but I think it looks cute. For now, just a quick little thrift flip. I hope you enjoyed this little thrift flip with me and my cute little sewing machine. Yeah, let me know if you want to see more videos like this, and if you're working on any projects or you have any ideas, drop them down below in the comments. Anyways, I'm off to eat lunch and get some coffee because I've been working on this all morning. But this was so much fun and I love being able to share it with you guys. As always, thank you so much for being here and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!